Kunst and all.
Hey, welcome to Kunst and All. We are Lorenzo Alberti,
Nastasia Filippu,
and Francesco Ricci.
three dancers who are super passionate about giving you a peek behind the curtain of the art we create on stage.
In this podcast, we're diving deep into what really goes into putting on a show. It's not just about the dances you see on stage. We're talking about the whole crew, the orchestra, the costume designers, the health teams, the admin people, and everyone else who helps make a production happen.
Exactly. We want to share the stories of the folks you don't always see, but who make everything tick. It's all about the hard work, the teamwork, and the creativity that goes into bringing a performance to life. This is Kunst and All.
Hi everyone, hi Taz, hi Franci.
Hello.
Welcome to our first episode of this crazy journey we decided to start. This podcast. It's been quite a few weeks. We've been working on it. I'm so happy that we can finally release and also announce what it is because people have been very curious. So finally they will know what it was.
I'm also very curious.
Yeah. So I'm Lorenzo Alberti. I am an Italian dancer. I was born in Rome. I trained in La Scala in Milan and at the Hamburg Ballet School where I graduated. Then I worked as a professional dancer in the Polish National Ballet in Warsaw for a couple of seasons. Then I started freelancing for a couple of years before COVID. Then I got a job at the Mecklenburgische Staatstheater in Germany, and now it's my second season with the Semper Opera Ballet in Dresden.
I am Nastasia Filippu. I am a Cypriot dancer also. I dance with the Semper Opera Ballet. Actually, we're all colleagues here. We've all been working together.
Former colleagues.
Yes. I've been in Semper for 7 years now. I graduated at Elmhurst Ballet School. I've worked in the National Theatre of Brno and then in the National Opera of Bucharest. I guested in Flanders and guested in Dresden, and I'm here now making this podcast with you.
Cool. I am Francesco Ricci. I am also coming from Italy, and I had my profession of training at La Scala Ballet School. Right after that, I joined the La Scala Ballet Company for a few years, and then I moved to Dresden to join the Semper Opera Ballet. And then I've been inside the Semper Opera Ballet for 13 long years, and this is where I met Lorenzo and Nastasia, and now I stopped dancing, and basically I will need to transition into another job. I'm still doing some little freelance things here and there, but just few ones with a few selected people. And then I got also a bachelor in psychology last May, and yeah. So hopefully I will manage to find a job that nourishes me as I would like to.
Also, Tazi, you have a bachelor that you didn't
I
mention.
have a
She has a
master's
A
master.
master.
Hello.
in dance pedagogy.
Yes.
So we are surrounded by very educated people.
Or so we
Let's hope
say.
so. Don't say that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Might be dangerous.
I hope they will still think of this in our last episodes. Okay. Coming back to us.
We didn't introduce the name of our podcast.
True. So what's the
And
name?
That is Kunst and All.
What's Kunst? Like, Nastasia, tell us about it.
Well, according to my A1 German.
Kunst means art. And although we are a dance-related podcast, we will be exploring and opening up conversations on various aspects that surround this art form and putting on a production on stage. So we will be inviting guests from different fields where they can share their personal experiences with the job, any challenges they faced, and any tricks of the art.
I want to ask you, like, what was the idea behind? Because basically what happened is that Lorenzo just wrote me a message on a random Saturday. In a winter Saturday, and he just wrote me like, "Hey Franci, can we talk for a second? I have in mind a project. Would you be interested?" And I said, like, sure, a project, cool, I'm in. I was like, what's about? And then I called him, and yeah, and then he was with Tazi, and yeah,
Yeah.
we continue.
So it was super, super random. I always wanted to find another creative thing outside of work, like dancing, because I consider myself quite a creative person. So I listen to a few podcasts myself. I find a lot of inspiration, and it's just yeah, I enjoy listening to them. I learn things, even though I'm able to do other stuff in the meantime. So I found it very constructive. And so I still remember it was super quick. It was that exact Saturday morning. I was warming up for class, and I was like, you know what? Why don't we do that?
That
And
was 3 minutes before class that
yeah,
he came up
yeah,
to me.
it was 3 minutes. And Taz is like super close to me at bar, so I walked over. I was like, Taz, should we do a podcast? And then we start playing with
I had
yes.
no choice.
And yeah, with you it was no choice. Like I put you in from the beginning. And you were like, I still remember your face. You were like, "What are you talking about?"
I think we started like brainstorming
Yeah.
as we were doing class that day.
Absolutely.
That's so cool.
And then we went for a walk. I remember we were on the bridge in Dresden, and I was like, to be honest, if I want to do this, I had like very clear in mind with who I wanted to do it, and it was with you guys.
Thank
So I was
you.
like, okay, if they're in, we do it.
Thanks a lot.
I didn't have to stay in the topic of dance a second cast. It was that. So I was like, you know, Tazi, let's do that. And I think we should involve Franci too, Francesco. And you said, oh my God, that's a really good idea. So I took my phone out of the pocket and I was like, okay, Franci, do you have a minute? And like 30 seconds after, like I called you and I was like, you know, it's like, why don't we do a podcast?
But wait. But also, what did you say when you thought about my name?
Oh, it's gonna be political.
Yeah. It's
Gonna,
true.
for sure, it's gonna be political in French. So they wrote me. Actually, I have a message written like, "I don't want it political."
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, we're not gonna do it political. We're gonna
Going
keep
for
it like,
inspiring.
even though I think everything is political, whatever every action we do, it's
Mm.
political.
I mean, fair enough.
It's unavoidable.
It's
also.
unavoidable. Exactly. Anyway.
Yeah, so that was it really. And then we started brainstorming. I mean, I was like full on since minute one.
I mean, you wrote the questions and everything from day one.
From day
Yeah.
one, still had no
Rocket.
title. And I was like, okay. And we were in. And I remember you, Tasi, you were like, oh, I sent you the first files. And you were like, oh, so it's actually happening. Like, we're doing it for real.
It's not just an idea.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Like, we're starting.
That was actually the thing that drove me even more towards this project because sometimes you talk with people to do projects, to do things, yes, but then often they end up in the clouds because we're very busy, we have our jobs and stuff, blah blah blah. But what I loved, it was like that right away, the excitement and the drive was so strong, and so it kind of caught me in as well. And then yeah, and it's beautiful. I love this.
Yeah,
It's
no,
great.
I was so happy you could be part of it. And then I think the name of the podcast was a little bit of a struggle. Like we took our time because we really wanted to
Yes.
find the right one. And the first ideas we had, they were taken, I remember.
Mm.
And then I came up with like 30 examples. I remember reading it to you all, and then
Yes.
we got stuck on Kunst and all. And it was very cool.
I think it kind of clicked for all of us
Yeah.
in
It
that
clicked.
moment.
Yeah, because for me, it clicked because it sounds or reminds me a little bit and all that jazz. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, Kunst. So like we want to talk about art and everything that surrounds art. So it's kind of like it was just perfect, and also it makes sense because we live in Germany, so it's
Absolutely.
Kunst. So we wanted to give a little credit to the nation that is
German
hosting
culture.
us yeah, since many years. So yeah, we just thought it was great.
Yeah, and we clicked together. Yeah, and then so here we are with our first episode. I'm super happy. I hope our listener will enjoy too. Yeah, and I think we should share a bit the aim of this
Right,
podcast.
exactly. It's what do we think about? Like, why are we? Because this is, let's say, it's not gonna be the usual dance podcast where we said it already, no? Like, I don't want to repeat myself, but it's like it was very focused on like a feeling, towards like the people who are listening to this.
Absolutely. Those will be the audience that come and watch us, for example, performing, because they might not know, not be aware of everything and everyone that is involved in a production. How does a production come to life, really? So to explain them a bit, what's the job of an artistic director, of a conductor, of a choreographer, and the other audience. I hope we can reach the dancers, because this is most of the time we feel lonely, that we struggle through things all by ourselves, but actually there's so many people that have been through that, already experienced that, and overcome and came out into the
That's
bright
true.
side.
That's true. How many times it happens? No, really, like to me, it happened many times. No, I guess for you too. Like when maybe something happens in the theater. No,
Yeah.
Yes.
and you working, and maybe I don't know, you're having a bad experience. Maybe with yourself, you feel insecure. Maybe about a specific choreographer or a specific person you're working with. Maybe a partner, maybe a choreographer, maybe a ballet master, whoever. No, and how many times that feeling of stress and insecurity, let's say, it releases a little bit when you understand you're not the only one living this, but other people of the company are also living, and you start sharing stories. How much easier it becomes, no? Like, and how relieved do you feel, just because you don't feel alone, you feel part of a little community, so you can share your frustration and your things. So that, let's say, that's also the aim we're trying to reach, no? Like,
And also eventually also be inspired from that person, that she came out of it, or he,
exactly, to help each other through
to
it,
help
you
each
know?
other.
Yeah.
Exactly. And sharing is caring, as they
Sharing
say.
is caring, exactly.
So
Totally agree.
I think we should also explain a bit how we're gonna do this. I think our original idea is to publish an episode, a podcast episode, every 2 weeks. So we're gonna start. Finally, it's out. The idea is out. We're trying to keep it secret. I'm actually very proud of myself, because when I'm so excited with things, I want to share it so quickly. But you guys were like,
We
wait.
tried to break you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to break you. Oh my god, no, you don't say that.
Break his dreams.
No break, but like
Just organize
To
bring me
guide
back
them.
to with
yeah,
the
exactly, to
feet
hold
on.
him, to
Yeah.
hold him.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, finally it's out. It's gonna be our idea, yeah, is to publish this one, and next week we're gonna start from our first episode, but then it will become an every 2 week kind of situation, let's say. And yeah, I'm so excited, because next week's our first guest is a dear friend of mine. He was a former dancer, now he became a conductor for ballet, symphonies, and many things.
Right.
So it's gonna be very, very inspiring, I believe. And yeah, I'm very looking forward to.
right, because we're also gonna be talking about people transitioning, like jobs, like
Exactly.
from being a
Mhm.
dancer to transitioning another job. And also through that, we hope that people who are listening to us, perhaps they find like inspirations, or even like, because we know those moments can be very delicate, so
Absolutely. Also, it can go in very different ways. Like there are some people that transition in fields that are completely out of
yes,
art, ballet, and whatever, and some people that still stay in this theater life. I think we're mainly gonna focus, obviously, because our name is Kunst and all. Art
yeah, of
is gonna
course.
be our main theme, but it's a very delicate topic. Like, let's be frank. Like, our career is not so long. At some point, we all need to
Yes.
face this major question. Okay, what's next?
Exactly.
So eventually we can all be inspired, and also discover a bit more of other jobs and
Hobbies.
Passions,
passion.
interests.
It's really touching on the theme of identity. I think that's a huge
Totally.
theme in the dance
Absolutely.
world. That's
Totally, I agree.
quite overlooked or taken into guaranteed. One defines themselves as a dancer, and then when you
When you don't have that,
eventually don't have that,
absolutely
brings up a
does.
lot of doubts.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree completely. That's why it's very important to cultivate other interests. We should also remember that we're gonna have an Instagram page.
Yes, we are designing it right now as we speak. We have a logo, an Instagram page where we will be publishing the guests that we're going to have. We also really want to have a direct contact with our audience, so we will be opening up Q&As where you can drop questions, and we really invite you to give us recommendations and any feedback you have for us or advice to make this a better experience for you. So please feel free to
Reach out.
Reach out through our Instagram page. Yes.
Perfect. I think we said everything about this first pilot episode.
So exciting.
Yes.
It's very exciting. I
Very,
am
very.
looking forward to do the next episodes with you guys, and hopefully people would like to listen to us.
Yeah.
So thank you if you do.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you if you have listened and managed to arrive at the end of our first episode.
Exactly.
And we'll try to keep it spicy, diverse, and
Artistic.
artistic.
Kunstlich.
Kunstlich. Kunstig. Wait,
That's
we
it.
discovered
We
kunstlich.
discovered that kunstlich means artificial.
Artificial,
Yeah.
which is also an interesting
Yes.
outcome,
Play.
which we can play with it.
Play on words.
But anyway,
Going back to us, so that's all, folks, for now.
Kunst and all.
Kunst and all. See you soon, you all.
ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any artful updates. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Amazon Music. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Kunst and all for more content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to reach out and share your feedback. We are Lorenzo, Nastasia, and Francesco. Until next time, stay kunstig.
Amazing.
Hello! Okay. I actually need to remember to talk into the mic.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Do like a Beyonce yourself also. It's very comfy actually.
Are you still
It's better.
recording?
Yes.
Yeah.